Have you ever wondered about the mysterious power that witches supposedly wield, their enigmatic history, and the fear they seem to instill? These figures, shrouded in mystery, have long been associated with magic, with power, and with fear. Their stories, entwined with the threads of history, speak of whispered incantations, of shadowy gatherings, and of a power that challenges comprehension. What is it about witches that makes the heart pound and the mind race? Prepare to embark on a journey through time, exploring the history of witches. The concept of witchcraft is not a recent phenomenon. Its roots trace back to ancient times, buried deep within the annals of human history. The earliest civilizations, from the Fertile Crescent of Mesopotamia to the banks of the Nile, all bear evidence of a profound belief in the supernatural, and with it, the practice of witchcraft. In Mesopotamia, for instance, witchcraft was seen as a force that could be harnessed for either good or ill. The practitioners of these mysterious arts were known as ashipus, and they were respected members of their communities. They were the doctors, the healers, the counselors of their time, using their knowledge of herbs, spells, and incantations to cure ailments, ward off evil spirits, and provide guidance. Meanwhile, in ancient Egypt, a similar role was played by the wise women. These were revered figures who possessed a deep understanding of the natural world and the divine. They were the spiritual midwives of their society, assisting in childbirth, divining the future, and performing rites of protection and healing. Moving westward, in the land of Greece, the oracles held a particularly esteemed position. The Oracle of Delphi, most famous among them, was believed to be the mouthpiece of the gods, her cryptic prophecies shaping the course of entire wars and the destiny of great heroes. However, it's important to note that these early witches were not the broom-riding, cackling caricatures we often envision today. They were respected, even feared, but they were also an integral part of their societies, their powers seen as a bridge between the mortal realm and the divine. Witchcraft in these ancient times was not a matter of superstition, but a deeply ingrained aspect of everyday life. As we move forward in time, the perception of witches began to shift dramatically. But that, dear listener, is a tale for the next chapter of our journey into the history and mystery of witches. With the rise of Christianity in the medieval era, the image of witches took a sinister turn. As the church's influence grew, so did the fear of witches and witchcraft. This fear was fueled by a belief that witches were in league with the devil, and that they used their powers to cause harm to others. During the Middle Ages, the perception of witches shifted dramatically. No longer were they seen as wise women or healers, but as malevolent servants of the devil. This change in perception was largely due to the spread of Christianity and its teachings about good, evil, and the devil. Witches were painted as the epitome of evil, a stark contrast to the virtuous Christian. The witch trials of the Middle Ages are a stark testament to this fear and hysteria. Accused witches were subjected to torturous tests and trials in an effort to prove their guilt. Many of these trials were based on the Malleus Maleficarum, a manual for hunting and prosecuting witches. This book, written by two Dominican monks, Heinrich Kramer and Jacob Sprenger, was used as a guide by both the church and secular courts. It detailed the supposed nature of witches, how to identify them, and the appropriate punishments. The fear of witches was so intense that it often led to mass hysteria. Communities would be gripped by fear, accusing their neighbors of witchcraft at the slightest suspicion. This resulted in countless innocent lives lost, all in the name of eradicating the supposed threat of witches. This fear and hysteria were not limited to one region or country. From Europe to the Americas, this witch panic spread like wildfire, leading to thousands of trials and executions. The infamous Salem Witch Trials in Massachusetts are a prime example of this hysteria reaching the New World. The witch trials marked a dark period in history, but the story of witches did not end there. As we delve into the perception of witches in modern times, we'll see how this image has evolved, and how the legacy of the witch trials continues to shape our understanding of witches today. In modern times, the perception of witches has evolved yet again. Gone are the days of fear and trepidation. Today, witches are viewed through a lens of intrigue, curiosity, and even admiration. The rise of Wicca and neo-paganism in the late 20th century has played a considerable role in reshaping this perception. Wicca, a modern pagan witchcraft religion, has gained significant popularity, promoting the worship of nature and the divine feminine. It's a peaceful practice that places great emphasis on balance, the cycles of nature, and spiritual growth. In stark contrast to the malevolent witches of folklore, Wiccan witches often use their craft for healing, protection, and personal development. Alongside Wicca, neo-paganism has also seen a surge in modern society. This broad term encompasses a variety of contemporary religious movements that derive inspiration from ancient pagan beliefs. These neo-pagan witches often practice witchcraft not as a religion, but as a spiritual path that honors the natural world and the cycles of life and death. And let's not forget the role of pop culture. The portrayal of witches in books, movies, and television series has significantly influenced our modern understanding of witchcraft. From the whimsical witches of Harry Potter to the empowered witches of Charmed, these portrayals have painted a diverse picture of what it means to be a witch in the modern world. In many ways, these pop culture representations have helped dispel the fear and hatred associated with witches from yesteryears. They've shown us that witches can be good or bad, just like anyone else. They can be strong, independent, caring, and complex characters who use their powers to navigate the challenges of their world. Today, witches have come a long way from their ancient and medieval counterparts. They have transitioned from being feared and persecuted figures to being respected and even celebrated. They've become symbols of empowerment, spiritual growth, and a deep connection with nature. Witches in modern times are a testament to how perceptions can change over time and how the supernatural can blend seamlessly with the everyday. Despite centuries of evolution, the mystery surrounding witches continues to captivate us. The allure isn't simply in their supposed powers or the rituals they perform under the cloak of darkness. It's in their resilience, in their ability to endure and persist, despite the fear and suspicion that have hounded them throughout the ages. Witches, in their many forms, continue to be a source of both fascination and fear. They embody the unknown, the unexplained, the enigmatic. They challenge our understanding of the natural world and our place within it. They force us to confront our own fears and prejudices, to question what we think we know. The enduring fascination with witches is a testament to their power, not just in the realm of magic, but in the realm of the human psyche. They represent the mysteries that we have yet to unravel, the secrets that we have yet to uncover. As long as the mystery endures, the story of witches will continue to be told. We've traversed through centuries, witnessing the evolution of witches from ancient times to the modern era. Our journey began in the murky mists of antiquity, where witches were both revered and feared. They were the wise women and men, the healers and seers, who held sway over the forces of nature, weaving their magic in the shadows of primeval forests and ancient temples. A world shrouded in mystery and filled with awe-inspiring power. Then, our journey took us to the Middle Ages, a time of turmoil and transformation. The perception of witches dramatically shifted. They no longer symbolized wisdom and healing, but were associated with malevolence and chaos. Accusations of witchcraft became rampant, leading to the infamous witch trials. This era was marked by fear and paranoia, where the misunderstood were persecuted, and the term witch became synonymous with evil. From the darkness of the medieval times, we ventured into the enlightenment of the modern era. The perception of witches underwent yet another metamorphosis. They were no longer the feared outcasts, but became symbols of rebellion, of female empowerment, and the reclaiming of ancient wisdom. Witches in popular culture, literature, and media began to reflect this shift, portraying them as complex characters with a deep connection to nature and the spiritual world. We also delved into the enduring mystery that continues to surround witches. Despite the passage of time, witches still captivate our imagination, stirring a sense of wonder and curiosity. The enigma of witches persists, blending historical fact with folklore, myth, and legend, creating a rich tapestry that continues to fascinate us. Whether they are seen as the embodiment of evil, harbingers of change, or symbols of empowerment, witches remain an integral part of our cultural narrative. And so, we leave you with this thought. The history of witches is not just a tale of fear and power, but also a testament to societal change and our enduring fascination with the unknown. We've journeyed from the ancient reverence of magical practitioners, through the fear-filled witch hunts of the Middle Ages, to the modern-day depiction of witches as figures of empowerment. Through it all, the enigma of witches endures, a testament to the human fascination with mystery, power, and the unseen world. The story of witches is far from over. it continues to evolve, reflecting our ever-changing perceptions and beliefs.